Hello everybody and welcome to my Impact Wrestling review. Before I say anything that has to do with Impact Wrestling, I may be a day or two late on saying this on here, but I'm sure all you all know the news, the unfortunate passing of Ashley Mazzaro. If you do not know her, former WWE wrestler, won the Diva Search back in 2005. Posed for Playboy. I don't remember what year. I think it was either 2007 2008. I do remember her being part of London and Kendrick's team at one point also, as the manager. I'm just going on some things I kind of knew from Ashley Mazzaro because I did watch her from the beginning when that whole Diva Search happened until I believe she was released from the company in about 2000 I think it was either 09, I believe she was released, or 08, because I believe she was almost in the company for at least about 5 years, if I'm not mistaken. No, but like I said, overall, it is really sad. I'm 39 years old. To the reports I'm reading, I've been hearing it's by suicide, because the whole story was that she was supposed to go for a radio interview, if I'm not mistaken, and I don't believe she showed up. That cops were called over there to check on her. I believe they found her on the ground in her own home. They took her to the hospital and, they tried to revive her, but unfortunately, it just didn't happen because, like I said, the news broke on, I believe on Thursday. I think I heard about 5 or 6 o'clock. A lot of people say it was through TMZ. I don't usually believe TMZ because they kind of get caught with a lot of bullshit. Because I'm not gonna go to the whole thing earlier in that day when people tried to say Ric Flair was dead or gravely ill, and that was a bunch of bullshit lies because his family came out and said it was. But I didn't know because I'm like, damn. And when I heard it later in the day, about Ashley Mazzaro, I was shocked. I will admit I was very shocked because I just checked Twitter and her name was trending, and it's just unfortunate she died. I didn't know what, but 39 years old, way too damn young, very very young age, and just unfortunate what happened. I don't really know what Ashley Mazzaro's done throughout multiple years since leaving wrestling. I believe it's probably autograph signings. I believe she was training to get back in the ring again because I believe she was going to be doing something in New York. She was supposed to be at StarCast. I do remember that also. That was supposed to be a thing. And I know some people say she was in talks with AEW. I'm not sure how true that story was, but I believe someone said it was a message, and that may have happened, may have not happened. I don't know. I'm just kind of going on some of the information I read from it and everything. But like I said, I watched Ashley Mazzaro way back in, like I said, for 2005 when our whole run started. I know people go back, from the Divas era and everything, but like I said, I was just shocked, and it's unfortunate what happened. And like I said, she was trying to get back into wrestling. I believe she has one daughter. I believe she wrote a message online. I don't know who, and I know there's been other stuff about the 911 calls were released, but I'm not really going to say or really going to go and listen to that because I'm surprised that was even released in general. Other than that, I know people were talking about this online too, just to speak on real quick, because I don't know, there was some story online that Rebby Hardy had, I don't know, they said she was shitting on her after her death, and somehow putting up 2 emoji signs, which I don't know if that was directed towards her. I do know they had beef before because I believe they got into a Twitter war probably about a year ago, if I'm not mistaken, because I believe Ashley said something about Matt Hardy. I mean, it was like a mixtape, and it must have got word to Rebby, and then, next thing she's ready to fight and everything. So, now, I do agree with some people. It is kind of a coincidence that she did tweet something. It wasn't really directed towards it. Kind was, maybe it wasn't, but she did tweet something, by the time, she had died that day. And I just remember I was kind of reading shit online, and people were just really going in on her. Listen, I wouldn't put it past Rebby because Rebby talks a lot of shit as it is already. I know she protects, like I said, overprotective of her family and everything, but trust me, I've seen this girl shit talk a lot of people in the past, and trust me, she has a lot of beef with women in the wrestling business. Either it's Matt Hardy's exes. I remember at one point, I think she was the reason why Awesome Kong got fired from TNA the second time, and Kong was going to beat her ass, which she most likely would have beat her ass. And even, say what you about what's the name, even Sonny made a point about it I had to agree with too. So, like I said, I wouldn't put it past Reby, but I don't think, I don't know if she would speak ill of the dead. I don't know. That's just kind of going from I read. I do believe it's a little bit far when people kind of, talk shit on her kids. Then that's a little bit too far in the line. Let's just keep that out the way. But, I'll just say this. If she really did, have that directed towards her, then yeah, that's just petty, fucked up, and, Reby should just mostly fuck off of that pretty much. But, or, you just couldn't have said nothing to begin with then, and you just kind of, we just could have went past this, and that. But, I don't know. Those are just like some of the reports I did read from that. I'm not sure how true that is in that, but a lot of people are saying it was directed or wasn't directed. I don't know, but it is kind of coincidental. She did say something, kind of around the time of her death. So I don't know. Just think on that, people. Like, come on. Well, I don't know what your opinions are on it, but just think about that. Like, do you think it was directed towards Ashley Massaro at her death, or was Reby talking about something else? So some people said it was something else, but then again, a lot of people just said it was just, once again, Reby talking a whole bunch of shit online as usual and just running her mouth on Twitter, because I've seen that shit for a while though. But other than reading that report, just as I said, I just want to say rest in peace, Ashley Massaro. Gone, like I said, way too soon, and like I said before, suicide. That's just fucked up, man. It's a damn shame. I don't know. I don't know what else is gonna come from. Like I said, let's just wait. Maybe they'll, toxicology reports. I don't know. It could have been drug overdose. It could have been anything. I don't know. All I'm just hearing is it was suicide, and it's fucking sad. That's it's really fucking sad. So, rest in peace, Ashley Massaro. But moving on into the Impact Wrestling review, which they were in the 2300 Arena, ECW Arena, Philadelphia. They are out of Canada, so since they are here in Philly this time, a lot of things going on in the show. We kicked it off. I'm sorry, did I say 1300 Arena? I mean 2300 Arena. I'm sorry about that. But the 2300 Arena, pretty much we kicked off the show with, I guess this was supposed to be like a knockouts battle royale, which there were women already in the ring that I did not know who. Most likely they were local talent, but the people that do work for Impact that did come out were Jordan Grace, Madison Rain, Scarlett Bordeaux, Tessa Blanchard, I believe Kiera Hogan was already in the ring, and I think Alicia Edwards. And then Disco Inferno was out there too, for some odd reason. Since I guess they want to still continue this feud with, he's still talking about the women and talking about the whole him getting beat by Scarlett Bordeaux is a fluke, and that, this match needs to get kicked off TV, and, there's a reason why this match shouldn't be happening. If this was like a bra and panties battle royale or something, and the women, should just keep her clothes on because they don't look good anyway. Pretty much all the women in the ring jumped them. I'm surprised this match went on that long, because you pretty much had the, like I said, I don't know who really any of these women were, okay? I did not know. I know Disco's on commentary. Once they kind of got rid of a lot of the, local talent, and, I don't know, people like, I believe Alicia Edwards was gone, and it looks like the people that do work for the company, it was actually kind of getting good, more of this match, and kind of, furthering some storylines here, because Taya came out and attacked Madison Rain to where she got thrown out of the ring then by, I think, Kiera Hogan. We pretty much got to, I believe Kiera was able to help eliminate Jordan Grace, because I guess Jordan was trying to take out Tessa Blanchard, but she got eliminated then, and it kind of got to the final three, where it was Tessa Blanchard, Scarlett Bordeaux, and Kiera Hogan, which Scarlett was eliminated next. She was thrown out of the ring. Yeah, she was thrown out of the ring. I think Tessa threw her out of the ring, if I'm not mistaken. When it got to the final two with Kiera and Tessa, then they pretty much got to the apron of the ring. Kiera tried to go for a kick. Tessa knocked her leg, which supposedly went in the Battle Royale, but pretty much Disco came in, clotheslined the hell out of her, and then threw her out of the ring. Then pretty much right after, Tessa pretty much tried to attack her and chase her back up to the ramp. So it was a chase after that. Listen, what was this Battle Royale for, to be honest? What did you win out of this? Because my friend asked me, I was talking to him during the match, and he said, so Disco Inferno just got a title shot. And I said, wait, this was for a title shot? I don't know what this Battle Royale was for, to be honest. I did not know who half these women were that were in there. I don't know what was the point of this. And even my friend said this was some Diva era shit, given Disco Inferno involved. Because I'm surprised he was even back again after the last time I really saw him was in Vegas during those tapings and everything. So I just didn't know what this match was really about. I really didn't. I said, why is this Battle Royale kicking off the show? Who are these people that were already in the ring? Because I've never seen them before. So, Disco, he's just there to antagonize the women and I guess get heat. So, I don't know. A very confusing first part of the show, I will say that. Very confusing with its good and bad parts. But I just didn't understand what this Battle Royale was for. And you didn't even win anything from it. So, it's not like nobody got a title shot. Michael Elgin, they pretty much showed up in last week. I guess he jumped the Mac in the parking lot because he didn't take him out at Code Red, which, I kind of should have saw more of that show now since I see these Impact Plus shows are now, they do have something to do with the regular show itself, so it's all connected in storyline. Elgin pretty much said he was going to send him to the hospital. And Mac pretty much said, everybody call you Big Mike, huh? How about I call you Big Brenda? They pretty much brawled. Elgin overpowered him and ended up powerbombing him into the U-Haul truck then. Rolando Melendez then pretty much went up to Mike Elgin, say, remember me? And Elgin, pretty much says, nah, but you probably be put in the hospital. Pretty much Elgin said he was tired of waiting in line in Japan for his shot. That's why he came here to Impact Wrestling. I've said before, probably because Okada beat him one too many times. I felt like ever since it's like every match I saw with him and Okada, it's like Okada always goes over. But Elgin pretty much says if you want something, you have to get it yourself, and that's why he sent Brian Cage, Pentagon Jr., and the Mac to the hospital. He even threw Ronaldo until Swan came up and told Mike to keep Mac's name out your mouth. He ain't here to defend himself. He told him, what up, cuz? And then Elgin said, you must want to ride to the hospital too, don't you? Swan pretty much started brawling with Elgin in, which I was going to set up a match later in the night. So, pretty good segment from there. This Undead around thing. Su Yung and Rosemary in a Demon Collar match. First off, this match wasn't even really that bad. I will say that. It wasn't bad or anything, but I said this before. Where's the end game to this whole thing? I don't even know how many times I gotta say this. What is the end game? What is the end game? I don't know the end game to this entire story because Rosemary ended up winning with a very kind of messed up F5 and then end up taking her or some winner take all and pulled her to wherever she took her away as people cheered Rosemary. Like the crowd was pro Rosemary anyways, but I've said this before. Where's the end game to this? Where is this going? I don't know anymore because it's just these two in there at this point. I've said before, Allie pretty much disintegrated like in Avengers Infinity War when you snapped the damn fucking Infinity Gauntlet and went to AEW. And Kiera Hogan has pretty much put herself out of this. So I don't know what the end game is this, but I wish these two move on to a different feud at this point because I don't know. I don't know anymore. Melissa Santos talked to Madison Rayne, who was frustrated and back after what happened earlier tonight, which, Taya's 30 days are almost up, so she won't hide behind it. She's doing the same tactics she's done before, and she's going to take her title away from her by next week. Madman Fulton has Sami Callihan out there going against I forget the job guy's name, but I know he went against a jobber. What says his, I don't even remember his name. I honestly don't. What is it? Randy Sean. This was just another squash match for Fulton Showcase. I will say, this guy looks like more of a beast than he ever did in NXT and Insanity. I said, this guy was just like throwing this dude all over the place, killing him out there. A very good showcase match, though, squash, just to show out his, strength. I'll say that, and make him look like a monster beast. Because I said, where the fuck was this guy in NXT? Where was he in NXT, and where the hell was that guy Insanity? Because I don't even remember him looking that damn tall, but the dude looked like a killer out there. Melissa Santos interviewed RVD, who looked even more higher than usual, that he had shades on this time. I don't know how much weed he's smoking. Pretty much talked about his match beating Ethan Page last week. And he talked about this arena, the ECW arena, who he made this building famous, and this building made RVD famous himself, and he said he's still crushing it, and he's gonna run through everyone around here, because you're looking to this guy right here, and he's talking about he's facing Tommy Dreamer next week. So, somebody says, my friend asked me, what do you think about Tommy Dreamer and RVD again? Okay, listen, this is some shit you would see in ECW. Hell, I feel like I've seen this match already in TNA before, probably years ago, if I'm not mistaken, back in about 2010 or 11. Or something, because, what is this, WWE 2002, when they fought in the Garden for the hardcore title? So, when I heard it was going to be Van Dam and Dreamer next week, it's pretty much ECW. I know, so I said, my friend said, they're older. I know Van Dam can still go, so he don't look that damn different. Dreamer, the guy's on 8 different fucking TV shows. Dreamer looks the same, too. So, if they could put a great match out there, they could put a great match out there. I'm not gonna knock them that much, but when I just kind of heard, Van Dam versus Dreamer, it was ECW circa 97 or 98 maybe, I don't know, but RVD pretty much said, Dreamer's getting the Van Daminator, and said, dude, and he looked more higher than usual, like super high, like stone, like I would even say like the movie Friday high, but the dude was so out there, I don't even know what he was. He was just that damn high. They had that Melendez guy interview a doctor about Brian Cage's medical status, Dr. Ariel, which I had no idea what this dude was saying. He was saying all these things from spinal and whatever type of medical words he was saying. I had no clue what he was saying. I honestly don't. And he talked about, pretty much from the Spanish Fly he took at Rebellion, and that Elgin bomb that's made his spine worse, and it's very bruised, and he's got a bruised back, and it looked like the guy was reading off of a cue card. I don't know how real of a doctor he was, but he was just kind of reading off a cue card, trying to memorize word for word, that I didn't know what he was saying. Like, what are these medical words? Because it made no sense, and you could have made it a little bit more simpler, because I got confused whatever he was talking about, okay? I did not know. Killer Kross went against Eddie Edwards. Kross had Edwards stick Kenny out there. This was a really good match, I will say that. Very good match. One that I did enjoy. Kenny coming out. Eddie pretty much immediately going right after Killer Kross in the beginning of the match, and with a suicide dive. I know somebody called it the new age Tommy Dreamer. I don't know how well that's supposed to be spoke on, but I did enjoy the match. It was a little bit short, but Kross ended up winning with the Doomsday Saito. He pretty much took that kendo stick and knocked Edwards to the ground with it, but next thing you know, he pretty much zip-tied him, and he kicked Edwards in the head. He zip-tied him to the ropes. He was going to hit Kenny, he was going to hit Eddie Edwards with the kendo stick, and Eddie pretty much says, do it, and everything, but before Kross could hit him, he took the kendo stick, snapped it in half. I was waiting for one of the Callis or Josh Matthews to say a South Park reference, and says, oh my god, they killed Kenny, you bastards. I was waiting for that to happen. But Edwards pretty much cried over the kendo stick as, Killer Kross destroyed it, so good match, I will say that. Kross, the great heel that he is, just being very psychological. No, I'm not going to hit you with the stick. I'm going to break the stick in front of you since you care so much about this kendo stick. I don't know what happens to Eddie Edwards next. Is he still crazy Eddie Edwards after that? Or maybe this snaps him back into reality and could be the regular Eddie Edwards again. I don't know, but we'll see. The Rascals who sat around a smoke circle or 70 show thing pretty much talked about they got a title match against LAX, since LAX is handing out title shots anyways. They had like this training montage like it was Rocky with bad music, picking up pallet crates and running upstairs and everything, very tired. So that's the Rascals for you. Ethan Page and Josh Alexander North were pretty much talking about what happened last week with Van Dam, as Page wanted to pick fights with him, and yeah, he knows he lost that match, but Page says, we're not done with RVD, he embarrassed me, and Alexander said, RVD embarrassed us, not you, us, okay? Moose pretty much came in and says, wow, for guys that you're supposed to be a great team, you guys argue a lot and bicker. And Moose said, look on the bright side, LAX is giving away title shots like there are even the custodians around here. You guys can get a title shot too. And Moose said, and the title shots are there, but you guys need to take out RVD. And Page agreed, but he says, the only thing, his thing y'all missing, y'all ain't got me. You need me to help you guys take out Van Dam. So I don't know where this is going, and are they breaking up the North since they're already arguing with each other and Page is making this about him? I don't know, but we shall see then. Main event time, Rich Swan versus Michael Elgin. This was a damn great match, and I recommend anybody going back to look at this. There was so many insane fucking spots out there. I cannot even name you everything. I'd say you have to watch this match a second time because it was so damn great that the fans were going nuts for it out there. Swan looked like a fucking beast going toe to toe with Michael Elgin. That this dude was just hitting 450s like it was fucking nothing, and Elgin just looking like an insane powerhouse out there, killing Rich Swan. That Swan was almost doing anything to break out of all of Michael Elgin's moves. Swan tried to go for a Hurricane Ryan at ringside, but this is where it kind of got bad when Elgin caught him. He kept power bombing him to the ring post in several times. The referee tried to stop it, but Elgin ended up pushing him and doing another power bomb that he called for disqualification. This match damn near went 20 minutes, number one. And like I said, I recommend anybody go back and look at it. But I did like the ending to it because, number one, it protects Elgin because the guy, like I said, he looks like a badass. They got to keep him, like, just looking very strong. Like, he doesn't, like I said, he didn't lose or anything in defeat. It's just, his thing is, I'm just going to hurt you real bad and keep sending you to the hospital. That's what's making it raw and in his gimmick. It protects Swan because he's the champion and everything, but he looked strong in defeat, though. I know it was about disqualification, but the guy looked real strong, and he put on one hell of a match with Michael Elgin. But pretty much then, after that, once he kept powerbombing him, and he was going to do more damage to him, the mat came out for the save, taking him down and hitting him with a Samoan drop and moonsault. But Johnny Impact came out and helped Elgin and attack him, taking him out. And he says, welcome to Slam Town, bro. Hit him with flying chuck. And pretty much him and Elgin had a face-off. So are they having an alliance now? I don't know, but we'll see. But this, like I said, this was just a hell of a damn match between Rich Swan and Michael Elgin. Just fucking insane. Maybe I'll say this right now. Maybe Michael Elgin, I'm not saying he didn't make the right choice in anything, but I think this was a great move for him to go to Impact. I'm going to say that right now because, listen, I didn't mind the guy in New Japan Pro Wrestling or anything, but how far was he really going to go up the ladder in New Japan, okay? He put on some badass matches of people. I'm not discrediting him on that, but how high was he going to go that at least he was going to get to the IWGP Championship, people? Really think about that for a second. And I can go into the whole other Elgin controversies that people talked before, but I'm not really going to go into all that right now. But like I said, he put on one hell of a fucking match with Rich Swan out there, and I recommend everybody going back and look at that very great match. Just that damn great. Crowd was going with it, so... I did watch it. On my TV almost clocked out on me at the end, though. I had to watch the rest of the show on Twitch. I'm glad I did see the rest of that match, though. Just fucking great, people. Just fucking great and insane. So I really did enjoy the show. But overall, Impact was another very solid episode. Very great episode. Here in the ECW arena, crowd was with it. I enjoyed Elgin and Swan. I enjoyed Kross and Eddie Edwards. The Knockouts Battle Royal was kind of odd to me just because... what did anybody really win from this? And even the dog collar match, it wasn't bad, but I just said before, what is the end game into all of this, okay? What is the end game? I know some people say they didn't see LAX on here. I think during the time of these tapings, Santana's leg was hurt at this time, so I think the LX are gonna be missing these tapings because I don't know if it was an MCL. So I think I heard that Santana will be back at the next set of tapings. So I don't know if LX is really gonna be on this one and that. I'm not sure. So we'll find out and see. But like I said, other than that, very, very good match, very good show. Enjoyed it, people. I really did like it. So if you get a chance, check out Impact this week, man. Very great episode. They were putting on some good shit this week, more than usual. I've said before, man, these guys just need a better TV deal. I will say that. If they get a better TV deal, they'll be all right. And I feel like it's going to draw in some people. But if you get a chance, check out Impact Wrestling. But I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. I will be back tomorrow. Of course, Money in the Bank is happening tomorrow. We'll see what goes on from there. I am out of here. See you guys later. Peace out.